Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Your streaming solution is here. EXP Stream from Armstrong brings live, recorded, and on-demand programs together with streaming entertainment like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and more, with one box and one remote. Put TV on your schedule with incredible features like Start Over, which lets you catch up on live shows up to 3 days later, and Cloud DVR with 50 hours of HD storage. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/stream to sign up today. EXP Stream. Streaming solved.
Welcome to our fast Ford window. How can I assist you?
I'd like to pick up one of your trucks, please.
Okay, small, medium, large, or we could even supersize that for you.
Wow, what's the supersize?
It's a Super Duty Super Crew.
Perfect. I'll go for that one.
Would you like a single or a double?
Huh?
Single wheel or dually?
Let's go all out. Give me a dually.
Okay, you knew I was going to ask. Do you want fries with that? Haha, or maybe a family deal?
Definitely the family deal. They're going to love it.
Okay, you're all set.
Wow, technology sure is changing everything. Hi, I'm Chuck Smith, and gone are the days when Megan Ford had 500 cars on our lot. But now, ordering your new Ford is fast and easy at MeganFord.com. It's custom built for you, by you. You select a model, color, equipment, and before long, your new Ford will arrive on our lot. Visit MeganFord.com or give us a call today at 724-628-2720.
Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Or maybe it's time for a new set of dentures. Call the office of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Haar at 600 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Thanks to their in-office denture lab, they can make your new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases, same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Call for your appointment, 724-438-0241, or visit their Facebook page.
UGMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back here at Geibel High School, just about set to go. The Geibel Gators hosting the Eden Christian Warriors. Eden Christian in their away reds with white numbers trimmed in black. And the Geibel Gators in their home whites with dark green numbers and gold trim. Geibel's bench across the court to our right. Eden Christian's bench across the court to our left. Referees here tonight, Jake Miller, Craig Spizak, and Elliot Adamovich. Local crew here in Fayette County.
Local crew and a good crew, Brian. And like I said, these guys have seen a lot of games, and they always do a nice job.
Again, I have to thank our video stream sponsors tonight, the dental offices of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Haar, and Potter's Bar and Grill. And you see up there as far as the WPIL championships, how about George Lasky, 1987 golf?
I saw that.
Buddy.
Our buddy George Lasky, saw him the other night over at Potter's. George had a nice golf career at Allegheny College as well.
And the Geibel Gators hoping for a deep playoff run. Again, they'll likely run into Bishop Canavan if they're victorious here today. Starters for the Gators, Kennedy, Johnson, White, Clayton, and Grady. Merrick, Aiken, Batch, Ryan, and Mangus for Eden Christian. And no Damon Astorino for the postseason on the Eden Christian side, ruled ineligible after the transfer from Ambridge. And Amari Tunstall off the Geibel team as well. So both of these guys, both these teams a little short-handed, and a couple of big guys taking the opening tip-off. Caden Grady, number 25 for Geibel, 6'6", junior center, jumping against 6'4", Ryan Merrick of Eden Christian, as Jake Miller will step into the center circle, and we'll get this single A quarterfinal round game underway from the swamp here at Geibel Catholic High School. And the opening tap goes to the Gators, and Trevell Clayton will pull it back to Jeffrey Johnson. And Johnson brings it across near side to Jadis Kennedy. Again, Kennedy Geibel's leading scorer, averaging close to 25 points a game. Johnson again up top, touch from Kennedy, back to Johnson, those two-play catch, and now Kennedy will take the three and make the three from the near wing. Gators strike first, up 3-0.
Well, you had Eden Christian come out in a 2-1-2 zone, and that may change right there after Kennedy makes that three.
There's Sean Aiken. He's the nephew of the head coach, Todd Aiken. Sent down on the blocks, a lot of contact. Missed shot there from Daniel Batch. And a jump ball called off the rebound. And a good hustle down on the box from Trevell Clayton for Geibel.
Yeah, Clayton actually with 2 blocks on that possession. And smart enough to tie that up to get the jump ball. So Eden Christian had triggered in under their own basket.
Malachi Mangus will send it in, and he'll send it in high on the right to David Ryan. Back on the near side, nice bounce pass down low, leaning and missing though is Batch. And out of the pack with it, Jadis Kennedy for Geibel.
Tell you what, a lot of size for 2 1A schools right here, I'll tell you. Impressive how big these guys are.
Doesn't look like a 1A game aside from the size of the court here at Geibel.
Exactly.
Little touch from Clayton. Kick out Jeffrey Johnson missing there on the three. Clayton offensive rebound. Missed on the putback. Third attempt. Back up another short, a little short, but Jadis Kennedy on about the 4th or 5th shot on the possession for the Gators. Got it to go. And Geibel an early 5-0 lead.
Well, and the big fella Clayton showing his presence underneath, doing a great job for Geibel.
David Ryan coughing it up, trying to regain, but the ball ended up in Caden Grady's hands there for Geibel. Put back to Jeffrey Johnson, who will bring it across. Flips it back to Jadis Kennedy. Now Johnson again here on the near side. Johnson here on the near wing, looking for operating room. Screen set up by Trayvon White to try to go down low. Ball comes free and right into the hands of David Ryan for Eden Christian. Off to Sean Aiken. Aiken leaning, and a blocking foul call there on Geibel's Jeffrey Johnson.
Yeah, I think if Johnson doesn't fall trying to draw that charge, he actually is going to get away with it, but he's going to get called for the block, and that's going to send Sean Aiken to the line. Called a shooting foul, so he's going to go for 2.
First foul on either side. Aiken averages 8 points a game, 5'10 junior guard. Aiken taking a deep breath. Geibel 5-0 lead, 6:12 left here in the first. First of 2 free throws, no good for Aiken. And Eden Christian, they played a playoff game, knocked off Mapletown in the first round. Geibel hasn't played since a week ago Sunday, when they lost their final game of the regular season against Bishop Canevin.
Well, the thing of it is, against that Mapletown team, a whole lot of starters didn't play past the first half.
And 2 missed free throws from Aiken. Johnson back across, a little dump down near block, and a swat there from Ryan Merrick on Caden Grady. They're going to rule out the ball out of bounds on the baseline, but ruled off of Eden Christian going out. So it'll be Geibel's basketball.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you got Kennedy at 6'2", Clayton at 6'4", Grady at 6'6". There's some lineups in 5A that would like to have this.
Jeffrey Johnson, a little touch in there to Trevell Clayton, and now Clayton between defenders floating it up. A miss there underneath. Rebound brought down by Eden Christian's Ryan Merrick.
And another good shot there in the lane for Geibel. Just couldn't get that one to go.
Mangus bringing it across. Switch back with Aiken. Pulled over now to Daniel Batch. Back up top, Mangus again. Mangus long 2 near wing. Came up short an air ball. Rebound went right to Trevell Clayton. Off and across to Jadis Kennedy. Kennedy, pretty spin move and got the basket to go and 1. Jadis Kennedy, 7 here in the opening quarter. And Geibel off to a 7-0 lead over Eden Christian.
Wow, beautiful move. Jadis Kennedy just had a head of steam. Went behind his back, took it up strong, and got fouled. That was a beautiful play right there. And Kennedy now with a chance for the 3-point play.
You see why this kid's averaging 25 a game. Only a junior, will be back next year. And the funny story on Kennedy, our camera guy, Billy Dice, junior high coach for Uniontown, cut Kennedy in Uniontown Junior High. And we love Billy, but we like to give him a hard time about that as Kennedy makes the free throw, and it's an 8-0 lead for Geibel over Eden Christian.
And the start that Coach Porter wanted as well. As we said, Coach Krisner told me they didn't want to start out slow and have to trail and try to make a comeback. So they started out blazing with 8-0 lead already.
Aiken, nice bounce pass down low, but losing the handle. Ryan Merrick out of bounds. Ruled though touched by Geibel going out. Basketball will stay here with the Warriors.
And I'll tell you what, this 2-1-2 zone by Geibel right now, giving Eden Christian a tough time.
Mangus threw it right off the back of Trayvon White, but they're not going to.
They're going to say he stepped on the end line.
Correct.
Yes, he came in and got the ball, so he stepped on the end line. So now looks like half-court pressure going to be applied by Eden Christian.
Well, it was well thought out, just not well executed.
Exactly. he didn't get the bounce off the back that he wanted.
Correct. Jeffrey Johnson over to Trayvon White. White holding here high on the right. 4:59 left here in the first. Geibel early on. Gators lead at 8-0. And coming far side, a lot of contact there on the drive from White. I think Aiken's going to pick up the foul.
I think they're going to call that. Did they call it on Aiken?
Yes, 12.
Okay. I thought they might have called it on Merrick, who went for the block.
Going to get 2 free throw attempts here from Trayvon White. 6'1 junior, averages 12 points a game. First of 2 up on the way and no good.
Yeah. Geibel right now trying to extend his lead into double digits.
All 8 of the Gators' points have been scored by Jadis Kennedy. Second of 2 free throws. This one rolling in for Trayvon White. So first point for someone other than Kennedy so far tonight. And the lead at 9-0 for Geibel. Over Eden Christian. Mangus, a little switch there with Aiken. Pulled back over to Daniel Batch. Sent back on the far side, David Ryan. He's pinned up between defenders, kept it alive, back to Mangus. Mangus, a little hop step, handoff, far block. Got swatted there by Jadis Kennedy. And the ball deflected out of bounds. Will stay with Eden Christian here in the Geibel zone.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Was that Kennedy or Grady on the block? But either way, it's going to force a timeout.
Todd Aiken says, guys, what's going on?
Yeah.
Geibel up 9-0. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fallen in love with the house? Head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple, 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within 1 business day. Then save the date for move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Eden Christian with the basketball after the timeout. Mangus with it up top. Mangus left to the lane. Will hop step, handoff underneath. And Eden Christian's Ryan Merrick got too deep. Jump ball called as Geibel got the tie up, and the Gators get it here off the arrow.
Yeah, Merrick was looking for a foul, but his problem was he brought that ball down around his waist, and there were 3 Geibel defenders just waiting for him, and Clayton tied it up for the jump ball, and the possession goes to Geibel.
And, Tony, I would have to think this is a very difficult court for an opposing team to come in and play on if they have never seen it before.
Most definitely. It's extremely small, and that's another jump ball call.
As you had Travell Clayton getting it tied up there with Sean Aiken. Eden Christian getting it off the arrow here. Again, it's 9-0. Gators over Eden Christian. Eden Christian has gone 4-0-1 without a point so far in this game. And Mangus in the backcourt looking for a little help. Gets it there from Sean Aiken. It goes cross-court near side. Good feed down on the baseline, but unable to finish down there was David Ryan. Ball deflected out of bounds. Will stay with Eden Christian here in the Geibel zone.
Yeah, Geibel switched over the last couple of possessions to a man-to-man defense, Brian, so got out of that zone. And
Mangus high feed goes into the backcourt. Jeffrey Johnson tracks it down, puts it off the glass, up and in. Jeffrey Johnson. It's an 11-0 run to start the game for the Geibel Gators.
Yeah, and just a high pass that got away. And Johnson able to track that down and go in for the easy layup.
David Ryan fouled there by Caden Grady. First on Grady, second team foul on the Gators.
Yeah, Grady just tried to shuffle his feet there, cut off the baseline, but couldn't do it and got called for the hip check. So that's his first, only the team's second foul here.
Good to see Dr. Mark Rabatin in the house tonight. He was an assistant on the Geibel team last year when head coach Donnie Porter took a sabbatical due to the COVID situation last year. Dr. Jonathan Krisner was the interim coach, and Dr. Mark Rabatin was on the staff. But Coach Rabatin here rooting on the Gators tonight. Mangus pulling it out to Luke Gronbeck, who just checked into the game, and Gronbeck coming on the inside, resetting up top. Good ball movement. Swung back over to Mangus. Comes baseline far side, drives and misses, and a foul call there off the rebound.
Whoa. Thought that might have been pretty clean, but Jake Miller's going to call a foul. Let's see who it's called on. Looks like it's going to be on I couldn't get the number there. Maybe 12?
That'll be Trayvon White.
Yeah, it's going to be on White.
They're not posting him up on the scoreboard here tonight.
Yeah, but I think it was on White, though. He tried to block the shot and came across the shooter's arm.
Daniel Batch, first of 2 free throws, good. That's the first point of the game for Eden Christian. It's 11-1. Geibel over the Warriors. 3:17 left here in the first.
I'll tell you what, this crowd really firing this Geibel team up, and they're playing extremely well early.
Now Batch for a second of 2 up on the way, and that one short, barely caught the front of the rim, deflected out of bounds, and actually off of Geibel going out. So Eden Christian will keep possession here in the Gator zone.
Yeah, and I think this size differential right now is a difference in this game. See Grady hitting the boards and getting every rebound so far for Geibel. And just how many blocks we've seen, probably about 4 or 5. That's backcourt.
No, it was off the inbounds pass, so it's illegal.
Well, yeah, but he was straddled.
They gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, they did.
And here's Sean Aiken. Little dump down underneath David Ryan, trying to pull it back to his left. A little miscommunication there on the attempted feed out to Luke Grodbeck. Goes out of bounds and back over to Geibel.
Yeah, and right now, this defense just turned it up a notch. You're going to have Merrick check back in. He was only out for a second. Batch going to take a breather now for Eden Christian.
Our good buddy Aaron Zobron from the health insurance store in Connellsville also in the house tonight, rooting on the Geibel Gators. As Jeffrey Johnson will bring it back across. It's great to see the local support here, Tony. Full house at the Swamp tonight as Johnson kicks in the corner, and Jadis Kennedy hits another 3. His second made 3 of the opening frame. He has 11 of the 14 for the Gators, who lead at 14-1. Here's a jumper on the other side from the foul line. Good there for Sean Aiken. That's the first field goal of the game for Eden Christian. 14-3 Geibel.
Yeah, and that last possession with Kennedy, it didn't even look like he was ready to catch that ball. No sooner he caught it, threw it up, and got it to go.
Jeffrey Johnson driving, drew the foul, rolled in the axe. He'll have 2 free throws.
Let's see who they're going to call this on.
Johnson, another Uniontown transfer on this Geibel team.
That's going to be on Luke Gronbeck, who checked in. So that's Gronbeck's first. It's going to send Jeffrey Joseph to the line. Johnson, I'm sorry. I said Joseph. Sorry about that.
Misses on the first of 2 free throws. Now a substitution here for Geibel. Checking out will be Caden Grady. And checking in on the Geibel side will be Braden Curry, number 33.
And as we said, Geibel not very deep.
Curry and Michael Miller might be the only 2 subs you see tonight if this game remains close. Second missed free throw from Jeffrey Johnson, and it'll be Malachi Mangus out of the pack with it here for Eden Christian. A 14-3 lead for the Gators, and Mangus pulls it back to the wing. Missing there on a 3, Sean Aiken. Battle for the loose ball rebound, and kept alive by Ryan Merrick. Missed on the putback. Rebound deflects off to Trayvon White, who brings it across here for the Gators. White dancing inside. Pretty move. Couldn't finish. Got his own rebound. Goes back up and gets fouled.
Wow. How did he get through all that traffic,
I don't know.
Brian? I mean, he just went down the lane. It looked like he was going to be picked up early, able to get the shot off, and actually got his own rebound. And he's going to go to the line. And I did not see who that foul was on. We're going to have to check him at half, maybe.
I was trying to catch it, too. We're on the opposite side of the scores table, trying to read through traffic. Not easy. And a missed free throw there from Geibel and Trayvon White. And the Gators just 2 of 6 from the foul line so far in this game.
Not very good foul shooting right now.
And on the other side, Eden Christian just 1 of 4.
Now Eden Christian, I mean, they just keep shuttling players in left and right.
White missed the second free throw. Foul called off the miss.
That's
going here on Geibel.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Clayton. They're going to call him for the hold, so he's going to pick up his first.
He'll check out. Caden Grady back in on the Geibel side. 1:53 left here in the first. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola. Billy Dice behind the camera on our Triple Live High School Sports Network video feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Mangus, a little switch up top there with Gronbeck. Now a little mini weave. It's David Ryan driving on the inside. Handoff out in front to Ryan Merrick. Lost the handle, regains, puts it off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound. Ryan had it for a moment, then had it deflected away. Here's Jeffrey Johnson breaking back for Geibel and just scooped it up and in. How did he get that shot to the rim?
He's fired up, and he got this crowd fired up right now.
Johnson with 4. It's a 16-3 lead for the Gators over the Eden Christian Warriors. Mangus travel on the far wing of the Gator zone. We're going the other way.
Yeah, and right now, Coach Aiken just trying to figure out the right combination. This offense is just struggling all the way around, but Great defense so far by Geibel.
I don't think the Gators could have asked for a better start tonight. Up 16-3. Again, a win will put them into the single A quarterfinals coming up on Saturday. It would also lock up a bid in the state playoffs for the Gators as well. Aiken pulling back. Jeffrey Johnson again. Johnson, floater off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down there by Ryan Merrick of Eden Christian.
Well, the key of it is they'd have another home game.
No, you wouldn't, because the semifinals are all at neutral.
Oh,
for the state playoffs, possibly, depending on how they would finish up. But you'd probably need a win in the WPIL semis to hope for a home game in the state playoffs. And that was actually to be determined today at a PIAA meeting. Did not see the final outcome if they ruled if they're going to allow first-round games to be at home sites in the states. And a foul called there will send Geibel's Trayvon White to the foul line.
Well, I did see that call. It was on Grayson Reichert. That's going to be his first.
And the first of 2 free throws, no good there for White as Geibel's free throw woes continue. This lead can actually be much greater than 13 at this juncture of the game if they were knocking down some of those foul shots.
Yeah, White right now only 1 for 4 from the line.
A 1 of 5 actually right now after that miss. And his second free throw, no good again, so he's 1 of 6. And Eden Christian, another rebound. Mangus will bring it back across, sends it off to his left to Grayson Reichert, goes cross-court near side, high feed brought down David Ryan. Little shuttle pass on the inside there to Daniel Batch, and they'll send it back up top to Mangus again. Mangus right of the lane, little ball fake, got deflected, kept alive there by Merrick, who puts it up and in. First 2 of the game for Ryan Merrick. Eden Christian back to within 11 of Geibel at 16-5, final 20 seconds of this opening quarter.
Yeah, and again, full court pressure being applied now by Eden Christian.
Trayvon White trying to send it between defenders, got deflected, and they're going to rule on the near line. Michael Miller for Geibel out of bounds. It'll be Eden Christian's basketball.
And he was. That's actually why I made that sound at first. He was close to being out before he shuffled that foot, and then he did step on the sideline, and Jake Miller right there to make that call.
And not a lot of operating room anywhere here at the Swamp tonight.
Yeah, we had the perfect. We would have been like perfect instant replay for that, man. We're right here.
I'm sure Billy Dice was right on top of it as well. His camera right behind us on one of the volleyball stands. So now Eden Christian's going to get the last shot here right before halftime. Mangus has it right now, down to 2, down to 1. He needs to shoot, and he's not going to get it away. Came up short anyways, and after a quarter of basketball, it's Geibel 16, Eden Christian 5. We're back with a second and 60 seconds here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
The goal of Geibel Catholic is to provide a gospel-centered education to young men and women so they may grow spiritually, morally, and intellectually. Geibel has a long history of helping students learn about God, themselves, and the world around them. Come see for yourself what Geibel has to offer at an open house on Sunday, February 27th from 12 to 2. Visit GeibelCatholic.org or call 724-628-5600 for more information. Hope to see you on Sunday.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $319 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with 4,500 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is with tax, federal fees, and prepayment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends February 28, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Geibel a 16-5 lead over Eden Christian as we get ready to start the second quarter. Brian Morozak along with Tony Hanola, Billy Dice behind the camera on our Triple Live High School Sports Network video feed, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Our live video stream tonight courtesy of the dental offices of Dr. Jonathan Krisner, Dr. Jennifer Haar, and Potter's Bar and Grill. Here's Jeffrey Johnson, little floater off on the far wing to Trayvon White, coming baseline, pulls it back to Jadis Kennedy. Kennedy near wing and in, no look pass, down low and laying it up and in for the Geibel Gators is Travell Clayton for his first 2 of the game.
Yeah, and a nice look there by Kennedy to dump that pass down. Clayton with the easy layup on the backside of that pass.
And a lead at 18-5 for Geibel. 7:30 left before halftime. 3 from Mangus in and out. Long rebound. Tracked down there by Ben Rice, keeping it alive. He'll feed it off baseline near side and getting the basket to go in 1. David Ryan, his first 2 of the game.
And Ryan's going to pick up the foul there. It looks like it's going to be on Grady, who tried to make the block. And that's exactly what it's on. So that's going to be, according to us, that's going to be his second.
And Geibel not very deep. We'll watch the foul situation as this one continues, but the Gators do have an 11-point lead up on the scoreboard at 18-7. It stays 18-7 after a missed free throw there from David Ryan. And both of these teams extremely cold from the foul line so far tonight. Here's Jadis Kennedy looking for another three. This one off the mark. Offensive rebound. Grady got swatted on a putback by Ryan Merrick. It'll stay Geibel basketball here in the Eden Christian zone.
Yeah, Merrick, he came out of nowhere to swat that away. I thought Grady was going to have a wide open layup, but Merrick, nice block.
And Merrick averages a double-double coming in zone. 14 points, 12 rebounds a game. He had 12 in Eden Christian's playoff opening win over Mapletown.
Yeah, he's a big kid, too. He's 6'4".
Johnson into Grady, back to Johnson. Johnson takes a three near side, and he hits it. So Jeffrey Johnson off to a nice start with 7. Wasn't sure if his foot was going to be on the line. I was waiting for the official signal, and it was a 3 to put Geibel on top, 21-7. Here's Mangus coming baseline near side. Missed there on the drive. Battle for the rebound. We should get a jump ball called. We do. And they're fighting down there. That was Tre'Vell Clayton. And he knocked down Ryan Merrick on the scrum.
Clayton's a big kid, boy. And he's underneath. And he's fighting for that rebound.
I wouldn't want to mess with any of those guys on the court right now.
Well, you know what? They're Catholic. They're Christian. They're not going to hurt you, Brian. You're good to go. Don't worry about it, buddy.
Mangus sends it in up top.
Man, that's close again.
They usually give him the benefit of the doubt, though, off those inbounds passes. Yeah. Rarely see that called. Near side, Daniel Batch. He's pinned up. Just threw it off of Geibel's Trayvon White and out to keep possession for Eden Christian here in the Geibel zone.
Well, that's the thing. It looks like Eden Christian, they keep working the ball down low. They're getting pinned on the baseline, and Geibel doing a nice job double teaming.
Again, Eden goes in the backcourt this time to Ben Rice, back to Mangus. Thought about the 3, now comes near baseline, takes a long 2, it's short. Trying to hustle and get his own rebound, and they're going to call, I think, Kennedy out of bounds.
Yeah, he was out of bounds as he tried to get that rebound. Not exactly sure what happened there, why he was out of bounds, but came back in before establishing position.
6:30 left before halftime, lead at 21-7. Eden Christian getting the basketball back as Mangus sends it in over on the far side there to Daniel Batch, who couldn't get it to go. And Geibel with the rebound there. Trayvon White off to Jadis Kennedy and goes cross-court near side, high pass Jeffrey Johnson looking for it, but deflected over to David Ryan for Eden Christian, who sends it down to Ryan Merrick, who lays it up and in. So Merrick now with 4, and Eden Christian back to within 11 of Geibel. That's going to be an illegal inbounds pass.
Yeah. White stepped across the line, and they're going to call him for coming into play. So now Eden Christian with a chance to have a little run here.
They're still down 12 at 21-9, 6:10 left before halftime. But those are the type of mental mistakes you don't want to make, especially in a WPIL playoff game. Mangus has the inbounds pass intercepted by Trayvon White, so the Gators quickly get it back.
Yeah, White make up for it. He made up for that mistake by getting the steal.
Send it over to Johnson, back in the corner. Jadis Kennedy spots up for the 3, in and out. Long rebound tracked down there by Ryan Merrick. Sends it across, and driving there is Mangus, a miss, deflected out of bounds. Geibel basketball off Eden Christian going out.
Yeah. Now Eden Christian again picking up, but one thing Geibel, what I would like to see is Kennedy stays back to help out on the guard play. Really, he should take the ball across court rather than try to throw it across court to Johnson. Don't force those turnovers. He can handle the ball well for a big man.
Johnson in the backcourt, floats it off and across on the far side. Jadis Kennedy will bounce pass forward, intended there for Tre'Vell Clayton. Got knocked down, and look out here. Coming back for a quick 2, Ryan Merrick for Eden Christian. Timeout Geibel. Eden Christian back to within 10. It's Geibel 21, Eden 11. 5:33 left before halftime. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Back here at Geibel Catholic High School, 21-11. Geibel Gators lead Eden Christian. Have to send out happy 45th birthday wishes to our colleague Dave Dunaway today.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday, Dave.
He's a proud Catholic.
Yes, he is. Representing Baldwin High.
Yes. Gators with a basketball after the timeout. Good timeout there from head coach Donnie Porter, just trying to settle things down. And a good pass down to Jadis Kennedy. And Kennedy cuts and scores. Kennedy 13 already. Geibel lead back up to 12 at 23-11.
Ooh, it's close to a walk there by Ryan.
Mangus, a little switch there with Aiken. Back on the near side, Ryan a touch. Out to Mangus again. Mangus, no look feed. Over to Ryan Merrick, back to Mangus. Long three, set in. From Malachi Mangus, his first points of the game come from outside the arc. And Eden Christian back to within 9, closest they've been in a while. Down 23-14.
Right. Nice. I'm sorry, go ahead.
High feed off to Trayvon White. Leans and misses. Offensive rebound brought down and put back up and in by Travell Clayton. So Clayton 4 second quarter points. Gators go back up 11 at 25-14. 4:38 left before halftime. Baseline drive getting fouled there, David Ryan. Shot attempt no good, but Ryan will have 2 free throws upcoming.
Yeah, they're going to call that. Looks like it's going to be on Trayvon White. And if that's correct, that's going to be his second. That's going to send Ryan back to the line. Ryan 0 for 1.
You have at least Grady and White with 2 apiece as far as the fouls are concerned for Geibel, and we'll check those at halftime as David Ryan knocks down the first of 2 free throws here for Eden Christian. As the Warriors back to within 10 of Geibel, 25-15, 4:36 left before halftime.
Yeah, and Grayson Reichert going to check back in, give Sean Aiken a little breather. So now Ryan with his second attempt.
On the way and good. But David Ryan with 4, Eden Christian. After a slow start, they trailed 16-5 after 1. A little more competitive here in the second quarter. Jadis Kennedy now directing traffic. Fronted there by Mangus, and Mangus just takes the ball away. Here's Mangus breaking back for Eden, taking it right to the rack, and he just scooped it up and in. So Malachi Mangus, 5 second quarter points. Eden back to within 7 of Geibel, 25-18.
Yeah, and Kennedy, he just lost the handle. He was trying to move some people around offensively.
Johnson floated it up, no good. Hustle for the rebound there, tracked down Caden Grady. Back near side, Trayvon White was able to come free off of Mangus. Switches here with Clayton. Clayton back on the inside, drew the foul. Shot attempt no good, but he'll have 2 free throws here for the Gators.
They're going to call that on 14. That's going to be on Batch. And I was wondering there for a minute because Clayton, the big fella, he was in the corner. I thought he was going to throw that 3 up, but smartly enough tried to take it through the lane.
And it's tough from our position, Tony, with all the traffic out on the court and us being courtside on this very small venue. Easy to lose the ball sometimes as Trayvell Clayton misses on the first of 2 free throws here.
I agree. Good crowd here tonight, Brian. It has filled up.
They sold out the allotment of tickets they had.
Right.
Couple of empty spaces maybe on the Eden Christian side, but that's about it. 2 missed free throws from Clayton. Battle for the rebound and won there by Daniel Batch for Eden Christian. So a big spot here for Eden. They're down 7 with the basketball midway through the second quarter. Gators lead at 25-18. Mangus up top. Little float back there to Reichert. And they'll pull it off on the wing. Ryan for 3, hits it. So David Ryan having a big quarter with 7 here in the second. And just like that, Eden back to within 4 of Geibel, 25-21.
All of a sudden, we got ourselves a ball game. And the difference right now is Geibel's 2 for 11 from the line.
Yeah, they could be way out in front.
Yes, they could.
Hitting some free throws. Trayvon White resetting here high on the right. White now on the wing. He'll take the 3. It's on the way. Too strong off the back iron. Battle for the rebound. Won there by Reichert, and he's fouled by Travell Clayton, and that'll be the second on Clayton.
And as we said, Geibel has to stay out of foul trouble. We knew that Eden Christian was going to come in and be deep. And they've probably played about 9 guys already, but now it's going to be 1-on-1.
The 7th team foul on the Geibel side.
Right. So now Clayton, Grady, and White, by our estimations, they all have 2.
This will be Reichert shooting the 1-and-1. 5'10 sophomore guard, averages 4 points a game. Again, Eden Christian without their leading scorer, Damon Astorino, for the postseason, ineligible for the playoffs. Transferred in from Ambridge, ruled ineligible by both the WPIL and PIAA. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good there from Grayson Reichert. Geibel with a rebound.
Yeah, and another rebound pulled down there by Clayton. He's doing a great job on the board so far for Geibel.
Jeffrey Johnson across there to Kennedy. Jadis Kennedy up top. Kennedy staying with it, sends it out to his left there to White. White fronted by Daniel Batch. White now backs off here, holds high on the left. 2:48 left before halftime. Gators the basketball in a 4-point lead. They'll go down low there. Clayton, are they going to count it? No, they're going to call a travel on Clayton and the Gators.
Kind of surprised that Geibel, especially with Eden Christian in the man-to-man like this, I'm kind of surprised that Geibel's not setting more screens. I would be setting screens and let Kennedy try to take his man. I mean, he's obviously got a height advantage against Mangus. Let him take it to the hoop.
And he's a great one-on-one player as well. Mangus has it again right now for Eden Christian. Mangus staying with it, off to his right. Lost the dribble, pivot, sends it off far side. David Ryan comes far baseline. Ryan a little short there on the shot attempt, and the ball got deflected back to Jadis Kennedy. Look out here, 1-on-3. Kennedy driving and had it deflected away as Kennedy almost crashed into the far side where the Geibel students are at on the stage, off to our left.
Yeah, he would have had a lot of people there catching him, that's for sure.
Well, the good thing is they have some padding down there at least.
Right.
And some of these venues we've gone to in the past, just a straight wall. There's Johnson off the inbounds pass. Jeffrey Johnson watched there by Grayson Reichert. Johnson trying to stay with it, and Reichert just strips it away.
Well, Johnson was trying to be too fancy with the basketball and had it out in front of him. A nice steal there by Reichert.
Under 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Eden Christian with the basketball trying to rally back. Open on a wing. 3, good for David Ryan. And Ryan has 10 second quarter points. He's knocked down 2 threes, and Eden Christian back to within 1 of Geibel at 25-24.
Yeah, and right now, Geibel reeling a little bit here, being outscored, and Ryan's on fire right now for Eden Christian.
What a rally back after Geibel led 16-5 after 1 quarter of play. There's Kennedy long, 2 rattling out. Geibel not getting the bounces right now. Rebound pulled down by Ryan Merrick. And Kennedy knocking down an errant pass there at center. Got deflected, but Eden Christian keeping it alive. High on the left, Mangus tried to send it down on the near block, and Jeffrey Johnson took the legs out of David Ryan.
Yeah, I think Johnson, he was trying to make the steal, and I think he actually slipped there as well, but he's going to foul Ryan. And Ryan going to go back to the foul line. He's 2 for 3 all in this quarter. As you said, 10 points. Having a fantastic second quarter for Eden Christian.
And that's 2 personals now on Johnson. So you have Johnson, White, Clayton, and Grady, all 2 fouls apiece for Eden Christian, or for Geibel, excuse me. Now Eden Christian back to the foul line. This will be another 1-and-1 here for David Ryan. Makes the front end, and Ryan now 11 points scored here in the second quarter, and he's 3 of 4 from the foul line.
Yeah, he just caught fire real quick. So we said 2 made threes in this quarter as well.
Second of 2 free throws, good again for David Ryan, and that gives Eden Christian the lead at 26-25 over Geibel.
Yeah, just the tale of 2 quarters right now, Brian.
And this all happened in a hurry, putting Eden Christian on top. 1:12 left before halftime. Kennedy, little dump down there to Clayton. Clayton in traffic, floats it up and in. Boy, Geibel needed that. Traybell Clayton 6 here in the second. Geibel back in the lead at 27-26 as we go under a minute left here in the second quarter.
Clayton, nice move. Just used that big body to get the easy shot.
Travel called underneath there on Ryan Merritt. Gators get it back with 55 seconds left before halftime.
And Clayton, as we said, nice post up down there. Kennedy saw him open, just let him use that big body, force himself in. Luckily for Eden Christian, Merrick only has 1 foul. I think he's going to have a tough time guarding Clayton underneath if they can keep singling him out and get him the ball.
I like what you said, though, earlier, trying to single off Kennedy more often on the Geibel side, because I think he has a matchup advantage against almost anyone he's going up against right now on the Geibel end of things. But an errant dump down pass there from Jeffrey Johnson intended for Traybell Clayton goes out of bounds and back over to Eden Christian.
That was a nice thought. They had a pick and roll going on there with Clayton, but Johnson just threw that pass a little bit too out in front of him and it got away from him. So now Geibel going to try to play good defense here and hold this lead going into halftime.
35 seconds left before the halftime break. Driving in traffic and getting it to go. Luke Grondbeck for his first 2 of the game. And Eden Christian back on top, 28-27.
Well, I would expect Geibel to hold for the last shot.
There's Jeffrey Johnson trying to spin off of Grayson Reichert. Pulls it back here on the near side to White. Back to Johnson again. Possession arrow favors the Gators right now. Get a little 2 for 1 here. 10 seconds left in the quarter. A little bump foul called there on Grayson Reichert. That'll be his second. And I was going to say it should be 1-1. And if you're Eden Christian right now, maybe that's not a bad move the way Geibel shooting free throws tonight.
No, not at all. As we said, 2 for 11 from the foul line here tonight. So Johnson with the 1-and-1. He's got 7 on the night.
He's 0 for 2, though, at the foul line.
Right.
And you'll have Daniel Batch check in for Grayson Reichert on the Eden Christian side.
Now, Reichert, the only Warrior with 2 fouls. So we said 4 of the 5 Geibel starters with 2 fouls each.
Johnson in front end of the 1-and-1. Short again off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down there by Luke Ronbeck. Across to Mangus. Mangus with 3 seconds left. Floats it out the front of the rim. And Geibel with the rebound was brought down by Travell Clayton as time expires. So it'll be Eden Christian heading to the locker room with a 1-point lead over Geibel at 28-27 after Geibel led 16-5 after 1 quarter of play. Tony and I back to recap the first half scoring for you in a moment. 28-27, Eden Christian over Geibel here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Your streaming solution is here. EXP Stream from Armstrong brings live, recorded, and on-demand programs together with streaming entertainment like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and more, with 1 box and 1 remote. Put TV on your schedule with incredible features like Start Over, which lets you catch up on live shows up to 3 days later, and Cloud DVR with 50 hours of HD storage. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/stream to sign up today. EXP Stream. Streaming solved.
Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Or maybe it's time for a new set of dentures. Call the office of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Haar at 600 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Thanks to their in-office denture lab, they can make your new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases, same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Call for your appointment, 724-438-0241, or visit their Facebook page.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lee's does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's wishes all the area basketball teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in. Hi guys, Dominic Carbone here to answer today's big question of how the heck do you buy a new vehicle these days? Well, it's quite simple. First, you stop, click, or call our friendly sales staff here at Ford of Uniontown. Second, we show you all the vehicles we have coming in, including colors, trim levels, packages, and more. You select a vehicle, and when it arrives, it's yours. Of course, we go over pricing, incentives, purchase, and lease options. And if you have a trade, we give you an on-the-spot trade evaluation. And by the way, you don't want to miss out on these historic trade values. And if you are not in a rush, we will be happy to place a factory order for you with all the exact equipment you choose. And if you're in the market for a late model pre-owned vehicle, well, you're in luck. We have over 70 here ready to go. Most vehicles are Ford Blue Advantage certified with excellent warranties. The presidents know, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown, on top of the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of SWGI Specialists, extending best wishes to our Fayette County teams. Our providers and staff all live locally and are committed to fulfilling the digestive health needs of our community. We encourage everyone at age 50 to get a screening colonoscopy because preventing cancer is the best way to fight cancer. Call 724-437-7677 or visit us at swgispecialists.com.
With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County.
Back here at Geibel High School, 28-27. Eden Christian leading Geibel here at the break. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Onola. Tony, is your halftime stats. They're brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
Yeah, and a fantastic second quarter right there by Eden Christian, outscoring Geibel 23-11 to take the lead at halftime. For your stats for the first half for the Geibel Gators, they were led by Jadis Kennedy, who had 13. Jeffrey Johnson followed him with 7. Travell Clayton had 6, and Trayvon White had 1. They scored 16 in the first, 11 in the second, for their total of 27. They had 3 made threes, 1 by Johnson and 2 by Kennedy. But the big stat, Brian, 2 for 11 from the foul line in that first half, and gave up a lot of points as they trailed by 1 at the half. For Eden Christian, they were led by David Ryan, who had 12, all of those points coming in the second quarter. He was followed by Ryan Merrick, who had 6. Malachi Mangus had 5 points. All 5 of his were coming in the second quarter. 2 points from Sean Aiken, 2 points from Luke Gronbeck, and 1 point from Daniel Batch in that first half. They scored only 5 points in that first quarter, but 23 in the second quarter as they take a 1-point lead. They had 3 made threes, 1 by Malachi Mangus and 2 by David Ryan, and they were 5 for 10 from the foul line in that first half.
A couple other scores around the WPIL. This one's an eye-opener. Bell Vernon boys up 39-9 over Freeport at halftime. Yes, they held Freeport, the team that knocked off Uniontown on Friday, at only 9 points in the first half. Have a 30-point lead at the break. Bishop Canavan, by the way, up 41-21, and that's no surprise. We expected them to move on as well. Union up 44-17 over Leechburg. Union, the 3 seed. Leechburg seeded 17. And Deer Lake's only down 29-17 to Quaker Valley. That's boys 4A. Quaker Valley, the number 1 seed, so give Deer Lake's credit, hanging in there with Quaker Valley. And also Waynesburg and South Park tied at 21 at halftime. That's on the girls' side of things in girls 3A. Here it's 28-27, Eden Christian over Geibel. Second half comes your way next here on WMBS and on the Turbo Live High School Sports Network.
Come see what everyone's crowing about. It's Rooster's Roost next to the Uniontown Shopping Center on Francis Street in the Old Eddie's Tavern location. Craving pizza, wings, fried chicken, hoagies, or your favorite salad or sides? It's all at Rooster's Roost. Eat in, take out, or have it delivered. Call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Use the coupon radio and get $3 off your online order. Gift certificates also available. Stop in Rooster's Roost today.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $319 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with 4,500 tax rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is plus tax, federal fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends February 28, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-99-8000.
Let's face it, sometimes local is better. Locally grown, locally sourced, shop local, eat local. But what about local expertise? At Allstate, Russ Plaho is just that, a local. So contact Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Plaho today at 724-439-9700. Russ can help you with the protection that's right for you and the things you love most. Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville,
I'm
Florida.
attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Tripp Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
This year at Geibel Catholic Junior Senior High School, Harvard's beloved blonde takes the stage by Pink Storm in a fun, upbeat story of self-discovery, Legally Blonde the Musical, on March 25th and 26th at 7 p.m. and March 27th at 2 p.m. at the State Theater Center for the Arts in Uniontown. It's a fabulously fun, award-winning musical based on the adored movie. It follows the transformation of Ellie Woods as she tackles stereotypes and scandal in pursuit of her dreams. March 25th, 26th, and 27th at the State Theater Center for the Arts in Uniontown. For more information, call 724-628-5600.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Back here at Geibel High School, 28-27, Eden Christian leading Geibel here at the break. And as Tony said, really a tale of two quarters as Geibel led Eden Christian 16-5 after one quarter of play. Eden outscored Geibel 23-11 in the second quarter to lead 28-27 here at halftime. And you look at the other boys 1A scores today. It looks like it's going to be Union and Amani Christian in one semifinal, and then Bishop Canevin taking on the winner of this game in the other semifinal with the way the scores stand right now. Amani knocked off Neighborhood Academy 69-30. Union up big on Leechburg, and Bishop Canevin up 20 on Rochester. This is really the only close game out of all of the quarterfinals in boys 1A so far tonight. And a quick foul as you had Trayvon White trying to go between defenders.
And let's see, that looks like it's going to be on Batch. So Batch's second foul.
Correct. We checked the fouls. I think the only one we were missing was one foul on Mangus on the Eden Christian side. Again, you have Johnson, White, Clayton, and Grady all two apiece on the Geibel side. Reichert, Aiken, and Batch have two apiece on the Eden Christian side. Gators work it down low, out of contact, and on the drive there, Trayvell Clayton fouled. He'll get two here at the line.
And I think that's going to be on Merrick, and that's going to be his second. And I think, like I said, it's a good idea for Geibel. You can see Clayton. He's able to use that big body underneath. I would come on the next possession down and also get it to him again, try to pick up the third foul on Merrick.
These guys got to start hitting some free throws, though.
Big time.
First of two here, no good for Trayvell Clayton. He's 0 of 3 at the foul line. You have White 1 of 6, Johnson 0 of 3, and Kennedy 1 of 1.
Yep. 2 for 12 in this game so far here tonight.
Clayton second of 2 finally. A make for the Gators to tie things up at 28. 7:42 left here in the third. Mangus back across for Eden Christian off on the far wing. Aiken pulls back over to Merrick. And now Mangus again. Mangus thought about the jumper from the foul line. Will pull it off to Merrick again, off to his left to Aiken. Aiken now driving. A little pivot back here in the corner. Mangus comes out of it. Mangus at the elbow. Bounce pass between the circles again to Ryan. Switch back up top with Batch. Over to Mangus. Long three. Good. Malachi Mangus, his second made three of the game, and Eden Christian back in the lead at 31-28.
Yeah, and that's going to soften up that lane right now. Geibel came out playing man-to-man, but all of a sudden, Eden Christian with 4 made threes in this game.
Jaden Kennedy, no look pass over to White, back to Johnson. Johnson back in Clayton's direction, and Clayton somehow was able to get between defenders and put it up and in. Trayvell Clayton with 9. Geibel back to within 1, down 31-30.
Well, I actually think Merrick might have flopped there a little bit and gave Clayton a wide open lane to shoot.
David Orion sent it down low, left-handed shot, no good. Batch ball deflected out of bounds. Will stay with Eden Christian here in the Geibel zone.
Yeah, Clayton just kind of knocked Merrick down a little bit, although I think he kind of acted a little bit, and then all of a sudden Clayton wide open for that easy layup. That ball's going to go out of bounds.
It will. Mangus tried to send it into the backcourt and actually sent it into the hallway.
Well, but here's the thing, nobody touched it. It's got to be down here. It's got to be on the other side because nobody touched it, so it's got to be taken out down here.
It'll be Gators basketball as they trail by 1 at 31-30, 6:42 left here in the third. Again, our live video stream, courtesy of Potter's Bar and Grill, the dental offices of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Harr. Jeffrey Johnson bringing it across here for Geibel. Picked up there by Sean Aiken. And Johnson taking a long 2 from the near wing, trying to bank it in. No good. Long rebound, tipped around, and then controlled by Mangus for Eden Christian.
Yeah, not so sure that's a shot Coach Porter wanted.
Mangus coming back, might have been a walk, not called. They'll send it back up top to Aiken. He'll drive, put it off the glass, off the rim, and no good. And Jeffrey Johnson out of the pack with it there for Geibel.
Yeah, slow it down a little bit. Use a couple screens. As we said, they really haven't been setting a whole lot of ball screens. Kind of picking and rolling a little bit. You're going to get a lot of easy baskets on the backside.
Here's White trying to reposition, gets the 2 to go to put Geibel back on top. First field goal of the game for White. Made a free throw earlier. Now it's the Gators up 1 at 32-31 with 5:50 left in the third. Mangus 3 from the parking lot. Came up short, out of bounds, out of the stage, and Geibel basketball.
Now Mangus, he was almost at half court on this small court here. That was a long 3 right there.
They hit a couple of them, and you start getting a little greedy.
Yeah. Got to slow down. Don't get caught speeding.
Here's Johnson back across for Geibel. Over to White on the far wing, and a push call.
That's going to be on Batch. That's going to be his third.
Daniel Batch, only a freshman, averages 8 points a game for Todd Aiken's squad.
Now he's going to get to check out now. They're going to bring in Luke Gronbeck's going to come back in. So now Kennedy going to trigger it in for Geibel.
Gators up 1 with the basketball. 5:35 left here in the third. Trayvon White back across. Here's White up top. White driving, off balance shot, in and out. Rebound tipped around, controlled out in front. Missed there on the putback. Grady still loose. And third attempt on the possession. White putting it back up and in. White with 5. Gators go back up 3. Mangus quickly back on the other side. Will switch up top. Aiken handoff near block. Using the glass and getting it to go Ryan Merrick. Merrick with 8. Eating back to within 1, down 34-33.
Yeah, nice shot there by Merrick. And Geibel just able to crash the offensive boards right now. That was the difference on that last possession.
Jeffrey Johnson will cross over up top, kick out far wing White. White back to Johnson, he'll spot up on the way, in and out. That one going out of bounds. Ruled Eden Christian's basketball off of Travell Clayton and out.
And right now, we're just going to go back and forth the whole time here, Brian. I think this is going to be the whole second half for us, and we expected a good one. Right now, we're seeing one.
Geibel up big early. Big second quarter from Eden Christian. Now driving and missing there for the Warriors is Sean Aiken. Geibel with the rebound, and the Gators retain a 1-point lead with a basketball.
And again, Clayton with another rebound. He's got to have double figures. It's one stat we don't keep, but we can get that later on.
On the wing, 3 on the way. A little bit too strong there for Trayvon White. Rebound going to Sean Aiken. Pushes it down the floor, trying to reposition there is Gronbeck. Lost it out of bounds, back over to Geibel. Gronbeck just got a little bit too deep there, Tone, and couldn't put it up.
Well, he got too deep, and he tried to put it on the floor, tried to dribble and create some space, and just dribbled it off his own foot.
Jeffrey Johnson breaking the press, over to White, sends it down low, and that one's deflected. Loose, tied up, jump ball called, possession arrow, Eden Christian with 4:04 left here in the third.
Right.
Surprised Caden Grady hasn't been more involved, Tone. 6'6", junior forward for Geibel. Came in averaging 9 points, 12.5 rebounds a game. Has yet to score here for the Gators.
Yeah, really hasn't touched the ball much on offense at all.
Here's Mangus coming far baseline. Touch off to Merrick in the lane. Pretty move in the finish. Ryan Merrick, he's tough. He has 10. Eden Christian back on top by 1 at 35-34.
Yeah, see, right now I'd clear out and try to let either Clayton or Kennedy take Merrick and pick up that third foul.
Johnson back across, over to White, far elbow, over to Kennedy, open look for 3, spins out. Offensive rebound brought down there in traffic. Clayton missed on the putback, ball still loose, whistle. Eden Christian basketball. Looks like we're going to have a Geibel foul.
Yeah, it's going to be on Grady over the back.
His third.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what they're doing right now, Brian. I mean, they're shooting a lot of threes, but they've got the size to work it underneath.
Full timeout, Geibel, 35-34, Eden Christian, 3:32 left here in the third. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Or maybe it's time for a new set of dentures. Call the office of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Haar at 600 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Thanks to their in-office denture lab, they can make your new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases, same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Call for your appointment, 724-438-0241, or visit their Facebook page.
UGMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back here at Geibel High School, they still had the timeout clock as Eden Christian was trying to inbound, and you still had 2 seconds left in the timeout before the clock was reset. Now Eden Christian with the basketball and a 1-point lead, up 35-34.
Actually, they heard we were still in commercial. They just gave us that extra 3 seconds.
No, we always appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Down low, leading, missing there in the drive. Aiken offensive rebound, getting swatted there. Merrick, but right back to David Ryan. They'll keep it alive over to Mangus right of the lane. Might have been a walk, not called. Set baseline, Aiken. Back out Mangus again. Mangus coming far baseline, fighting off the double team. Goes cross court near side. High feed brought down there. Aiken back on the baseline. Little touchdown, little run back underneath it with a finish. David Ryan.
Man, what a game Ryan is having. Fantastic job there. Go to the left hand and make that shot in there with the bigs.
Ryan has 14, lead at 3 at 37-34. Back on the other side, a miss down on the blocks from Grady.
That was Clayton there.
Clayton, excuse me. And then a foul called there off the rebound.
They're going to call that. That's going to be on Gronbeck. It's going to be his second. It's going to send Clayton back to the line. Clayton only 1 for 4 here tonight.
I scored 9 points. Gators now down 3, 2:46 left in the third. Clayton, first of 2 free throws, good as he rattles it in.
Well, you know what they're going to be doing if they happen to win this game. You know what tomorrow's practice is going to be.
Free throw shooting.
Each guy's going to end up shooting about 400 of them, I think.
Now the second of 2 free throws from Travell Clayton. It's up on the way and good for Clayton. Boy, Geibel needed those, Tone.
Yes, they did.
They're back to within 1, down 37-36. 2:42 left here in the third. Mangus back across, switch back up top, David Ryan. Ryan a little hop step, and he's going to be called for a travel.
Yep. I'll put it this way, it was either going to be a walk or a backcourt, but he did shuffle his feet as he went into the lane. So now Geibel to take it out in front of their student section.
Down 1. It's going to be interesting to see if Eden Christian shoots some free throws here in the second half, how much of a factor those students are going to be behind that basket.
Well, maybe we'll blame the bad foul shooting for Geibel in the first half on the student section. Not a lot of depth behind there to take a look at the basket.
Gators trying to come free. Nice move down low. The finish for Trayvon White. White 6 here in the third, 7 for the game. Geibel back up 1 at 38-37. Mangus, pretty move, trying to scoop it up. Couldn't get it to go. Ball still loose. Merrick keeping it alive for Eden Christian. Good ball movement. Back to Mangus. Spots up for the 3. In and out. High rebound. Brought down there by Jadis Kennedy.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Geibel, the offense does not run. You notice this, Brian? Everything's got to be set up. I'm kind of surprised they don't just try to run the court all the time.
Johnson in traffic. Couldn't get it to go on the floater. Rebound Ryan Merrick. Not a lot of space to run, though, on this tight court here at the Swamp. Mangus coming back off the glass and in. Eden Christian back on top. And Mangus has 5 here in the third and 10 for the game. Eden Christian up 39-38 over Geibel. 1:34 left here in the third. Floated back over in traffic there to White.
Ooh.
Getting out of a little trouble there to Clayton, who repositions off to Grady. And finally, a bucket from Caden Grady.
Yeah, but a good look there by Clayton, the big fella with the assist.
Mangus pulling it back up top. Open look, David Ryan for 3 off the mark. Rebound pulled down Trayvon White. Geibel 1-point lead with the basketball, and White lost the handle. Might have been bumped. Fancy dribbling. Coming back, Merrick leaning on the inside. Got the foul there on Clayton, his third.
Well, maybe we see why they're not trying to run. I guess Johnson's a ball handler, but the rest of the team kind of having trouble there whenever they're trying to speed this game up a little bit. White lost the handle there, and we saw it. He lost it a couple times in the first half as well.
And now Merrick shooting 2 into that Geibel student section. First time we've seen Eden shooting on this side, and no problem for Ryan Merrick there, knocking down the first of 2 to tie the game at 40.
Yeah, and Eden Christian 6 for 11 from the line here tonight. Geibel, we're going to have to count them out here. 5 for 15.
Has not been pretty, especially in that first half. Braden Curry back in on the Geibel side. Second of 2 free throws for Merrick to give Eden Christian the lead back, and the foul shot is good. Getting a friendly bounce there was Ryan Merrick to give Eden a 41-40 lead here over Geibel. And last year, Tone, we were here for the playoff game with Western Beaver, came right down to the wire as well. 1 point loss for the Gators, and now tied up and fouled there is Braden Curry.
Yeah, it's going to be on Ryan. And that's Ryan's first. Ryan just went for the steal there.
On the floor, non-shooting.
Yep. Curry got fouled.
That was a 54-53 win last year for Western Beaver over Geibel. They actually led by 4 late. Geibel hit a 3 as time expired. Here's White off the inbounds pass, sent over on the far side to Braden Curry. Try to set it off down low, and a foul called there on Eden Christian again. A little bump in the back of Tre'Vell Clayton.
That's Merrick. That's his third. And right now with 50 seconds left, as I said, I'd give it to Clayton again and let him try to take Merrick and pick up that fourth.
You've Jadis Kennedy out of the game right now for the Gators. That's what they brought Braden Curry in for, as Johnson will trigger it in. Johnson needs to hurry. Finally gets it in there to Grady. Resets back on the wing in traffic. Over to Curry. And up top, Johnson's trap. Back over to Curry in front of the Geibel bench. Gators in all kind of trouble right now. Johnson trying to get out of it. Off balance shot, trying to bank it in. No good. Rebound pulled down there by Merrick. Now coming over and getting the loose ball there was Curry. Ball still loose. A little scrum for it. Out of the pack with it. Mangus for Eden Christian. Mangus, hop step, no look, feed on the baseline. Touch there by Reichert. Back inside to Merrick. He's pinned up. Foul called here on Geibel.
They're going to call that on Curry. And interestingly enough, the Geibel fans were screaming for a foul on Merrick as he and Curry fought for the ball on the other side. But he did not get called for it, unfortunately for Eden Christian, because that would have been his fourth.
And that was on the floor as well. So you'll have Mangus triggering it in, put it right off the back, but that's going to be an illegal inbounds pass again. Second time we've seen that, as Mangus had his foot on that boundary line when he picked up the basketball after throwing it off the back of Trayvon White.
Well, what's happening is, and Coach Aikens over there, he's complaining about it, but the problem is he's throwing the ball off of the guy, but it's not hard enough, and he's coming in before it even gets...
Correct. He's picking it up too
he's
soon.
picking it up just way too soon is right.
There's Johnson, edge of the zone here for Geibel. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Johnson off on the wing. Thinking about the three there was White. Now White's going to move off to his right, take a jumper from the foul line. It's no good. Geibel can't find the tip in, and time has expired here in the third quarter with Eden Christian leading Geibel by 1 at 41-40. We're back with a 4th and 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $319 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with $4,500 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is plus tax, federal fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends February 28, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-99-8000.
Hello, everybody. This is John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly. And you spell Hillbilly Hillbilly. And my radio show is on WMBS at 3:15 every Tuesday. And I have somebody here with me.
Hi, guys. My name is Isabella Russo. I'm your conservative girl. We're coming at you with a lot of news and updates and interviews and all that good stuff.
Thanks for listening in, and God bless each and every one of you.
Back here at Geibel High School, buckle up here for the fourth quarter. Tone 41-40, Eden Christian over Geibel.
Yeah, we said it was going to be a good one, and it is so far.
After Geibel dominated the opening quarter, leading Eden Christian 16-5, Eden outscored Geibel 23-11 in the second quarter. The two teams played to a 13-13 draw in that third quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say we evened that quarter out, so still a one. You got to call that on Mangus here. I mean, there's no doubt that he's tying him up.
They're going to call it on Kennedy.
No, they're going to call it on Mangus. They have to. Mangus was doing it even from the beginning before they even came across half court.
The way Kennedy reacted, I thought at first the foul was going to go on him.
I think he wanted to call it earlier is what it was. But, yeah, Mangus just tied him up and just not giving the big fella any room to move.
That'll be the 6th team foul already on Eden Christian here in the second half. Now Kennedy will trigger it in. We'll send it into the backcourt to Trayvon White. Now back to Jeffrey Johnson. Johnson back across here for the Gators. Geibel trails by 1. Now the Gators looking for a little movement here on the offensive side. Johnson still with it high on the left. They get a screen set up by Clayton. Johnson spins on the inside. Off balance shot. Got it to go. Jeffrey Johnson, his first 2 in the second half, has 9 for the game, and Geibel back on top, 42-41. Aiken comes through.
Wow.
Got block going up. Into the hands of Johnson. Johnson back across. Eden wanted a walk. Not called. They'll send it off on the far side, Jaden. It's Kennedy. Kennedy between defenders. Ball comes loose. Battle on the court. Jump ball called. Possession arrow, Eden Christian.
Yeah, and really, Kennedy has not scored in this second half.
He was getting worked on by the trainer as well late in that third quarter.
He was stretching a little bit. Looks like he might have had a muscle or something on his side trying to stretch it out. But right now, Eden Christian trying to get the lead back.
They'll pull it off there over to Batch. Batch driving, got it to go. Daniel Batch. His first field goal of the game, he has 3. And now Jake Miller, an official's timeout here. What do we got? A foul call?
No, I think there's going to be some blood.
Oh, blood. Okay.
Yep. So Merrick's going to have to check out. Got a little blood on his elbow.
Jake Miller spotted that quickly. He'll check out. And they'll bring Luke Gronbeck back in.
Yeah, they're going to send him over to the trainer.
Geibel down 1.
Officials are doing a nice job here tonight, though, all 3.
Jake Miller, Craig Spizak, and Elliot Adamovich, your crew this evening. Johnson back across on the wing. White comes far baseline. Spin, got stripped, and Eden Christian out of the pack with it. Coming forward here, Daniel Batch. Put it off the glass and in again. So back-to-back buckets for Batch. The Eden Christian lead now at 3 at 45-42 with 6:40 left here in the fourth. Yeah. Jeffrey Johnson back across here for Geibel. Big possession here for the Gators. Little floater brought down here by Clayton. Clayton at the elbow, now comes into the lane, and Clayton got his pocket picked. David Ryan coming back. Ryan down low, wide open, and another make for Batch. 3 straight field goals for Batch. Geibel needs a timeout. We'll take one as well. 47-42 Eden. 6:18 left here in the fourth. We're back in 60 here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
I'm worried about this winter weather. How are we going to get to the grocery store for the next few months? I'm not too comfortable driving in the snow anymore, and with your disability, you definitely can't drive.
You know, the last time I went to the doctor's office, they're talking about FACT.
FACT?
Yeah, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. FACT will come to the house and pick us up. They have fixed routes to places like Pittsburgh and Uniontown, even Nemacolin and Woodlands. FACT also has a shared ride program that schedules you to go to places like the doctor's office or the grocery store.
Well, you know, the grandkids will be at our house when school's canceled.
FACT lets anyone ride the fixed route bus, and children under 12 accompanied by an adult ride for free, as do us seniors age 65 and up.
Wow, FACT might be the right answer for us this winter. Do you have their number?
Yes, it's 724-628-RIDE or factbus.com.
It's a fact. We're Fayette County Public Transit.
Geibel with the basketball after the timeout, but down 5 right now, Tony. 47-42, largest lead of the game for Eden Christian. Gators sent it down low. Clayton couldn't get it to drop. Ball still loose. Clayton finds it again in traffic. Got fouled going back up. But the points have been tough to come by at the foul line for Geibel tonight.
Every bit of. Who did they call this one on? Trying to pick up a number here. Was it on 12? Maybe.
Would have been the third on Aiken if it did go on Aiken.
Yeah, I couldn't tell off the other side.
Yeah, we're on the opposite side of the scorers table. They're now posting fouls up on the scoreboard. First of 2 free throws, no good for Trayvell Clayton. And Clayton's free throw woes continue. Now 3 of 7 at the foul line for the 6'4 senior. Came in averaging 17 points a game. Has scored 11 so far tonight. And the Gators, some much needed points right now, down 5. And now I think you have some blood on the arm of Clayton.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's on his shirt or on his, might be on his undershirt underneath. Trying to see
he
what
wants
he's
to take it off
do.
and stay in the game.
Yeah, he probably could, unless he's bleeding, I think. Let's see what they're going to call. They might have to take him out, though.
That could even be Merrick's blood, as much as those guys have been scrapping down below, and Merrick had to come out earlier.
They've been beating each other down low. Yeah, and he's going to have to check out, so that's going to mean that Curry is going to get the foul shot on the second attempt.
I think he's just going to take that undershirt off.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea.
He'll try to come back into the game as quickly as possible. Now you'll have Braden Curry, who's yet to score tonight, shooting the second free throw. It's up on the way, and again, no good. Another rebound for Eden Christian. Mangus back across. A little switch up top with Sean Aiken. A little mini weave now for the Warriors. And Mangus just going to hold here high on the left as Eden leads by 5 at 47-42. Mangus, nice move, takes it right to the rack and puts it up and in. Malachi Mangus with 12. Geibel now down 7, Tone. This is a gotta-have-it possession.
Yes, it is. You can see Clayton's ready to check back in, but they need a score on this possession, no doubt.
On the near wing, that's Curry. Had deflected out of bounds. Will stay with Geibel here in the Eden zone.
Yeah, nearly a steal by Batch. So now Curry's going to check out. Clayton back in, so the big fella coming back in with 5:24 to go.
Geibel trying to avoid a home playoff loss for the second year in a row. Again, they lost here by a point to Western Beaver last year, down 7 right now with 5:18 left in regulation. White on the wing, thought about the 3, now sends down low. Grady gets the basket to go in 1. You talk about it, gotta have it. Grady got it to go in 1.
Well, you know what? They ran the pick and roll right there. Grady set the pick, rolled right to the hoop, and a nice pass down low by White. And they should be doing that all the rest of this game, to be honest with you, because it's there. They're giving them the baseline.
Free throw make here from Grady, could cut it to 4. It's up on the way and good. Caden Grady. We got a substitution here for Eden Christian. Grayson Reichert back into the game, replacing Sean Aiken. Aiken, the nephew of head coach Todd Aiken.
Well, right now, Geibel's going to pick up at half court. Haven't seen a whole lot of pressure by them.
Mangus sends it down on the baseline near side. Batch comes free, floats it up and in. Daniel Batch with 8 here in the fourth quarter, 9 for the game. Eden goes back up 6 at 51-45 with 4:55 left here in the fourth.
Yeah, it's just interesting how balanced they are. Somebody carrying them different quarters each time.
Jeffrey Johnson up top, no look feed, down low, Grady leaning, missing, battle for the rebound. Clayton finds it, missed on the putback, ball still loose, Clayton foul going back up.
Yeah, let's see who they're going to call. I don't know if they're going to call that on, they're going to call that on Reichert. So that's going to be his third. It's going to send Clayton back to the line. Clayton needs to get these to go.
Got to hit some free throws right now if you're Geibel.
He's got 11 on the night.
Been their bugaboo all evening, and another miss here from Clayton. And at what point does this get in your head a little bit, Tom?
I think it's there now. I mean, he's 3 for 8 from the line. As we said, Geibel only 6 for 17 from the line.
Second of 2, well short. And Grady tried a little tip out, but all right to David Ryan for Eden Christian. So the Warriors lead stays at 6 at 51-45 with 4:30 left here in the fourth. Mangus will switch back up top there with David Ryan. Now on it there, Reichert back to Mangus. And the loser of this game season, not necessarily done. There's 5 state playoff berths out of boys single A, and a good chance that being on the same side of the draw as Bishop Canevin, you'll get in. Missed 3 there on the wing, David Ryan. Big rebound for Tre'Vell Clayton for Geibel.
Clayton was looking for a foul, but didn't get it. Good rebound, though, and Geibel, under 4 to go, needs to cut into the 6-point lead.
Clayton on the wing. Back over to Trayvon White. White lost the dribble. Back between the circles, Jeffrey Johnson. And Jadis Kennedy, after a hot start, 13 in the first half, 11 in the opening quarter, is yet to score here in the second half. Trayvon White back to Johnson. Need a little movement here if you're the Gators. Johnson thought about the 3, works left of the lane, will dump down, intended for Kennedy, pulled it back right out in front and floating it up and in. Tre'Vell Clayton. Clayton with 13. And Kennedy's hurt. Kennedy's hurt.
Looks like he got an ankle. Ooh, man.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services injury timeout. Brought to you by the Centers for Rehab Services, the leaders in physical therapy. Visit Jim Burns on Wayland Smith Drive or phone 724-437-7500.
Wow, that's huge right there as they try to get back into this game. Kennedy goes out, and hopefully he can return. Curry's going to check in for him.
He just twisted an ankle down there maybe, Tom.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if he landed on somebody's foot or what. That's going to be a walk.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Foul call there on the Gators as Merrick was working down on the blocks.
I thought Merrick walked. That's going to be on Grady. That's going to be his 4th. So now all of a sudden.
Yeah, depth a major concern.
Exactly right.
You have Kennedy hurt, and now Grady with 4 personals.
You've got a 30-second timeout.
We'll take one as well. 3:18 left here in the fourth, 51-47. Back at 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Back here at Geibel High School, 51-47. Eden Christian leading Geibel. We have 3:18 left in the fourth. And Eden pulled into the backcourts. Over to Daniel Batch, switches back with Mangus. Top again, David Ryan. Back to Sean Aiken, and now Mangus again. A little stall mode. Mangus off to his left.
That's a walk
by Johnson. That is a walk that time, Tom.
Yeah, he did. He doesn't agree, but he definitely walked. That was right in front of us. He tried to stop and just moved that foot. So it was a good call. So now they're calling for full court pressure.
Johnson out of his own zone. A little double team on him in the backcourt. Johnson trying to work out of it. A little touch forward there to Trayvon White. Any sight of Jadis Kennedy anywhere as Johnson gets bumped there by Mangus.
No. Right now, Kennedy's still out in that hallway. He went in. I'm not sure where he went, but they got to be working on him out there. So that's going to be a third foul on Mangus. That's that's 10 fouls? Yeah, it is. So double bonus the rest of the way.
Johnson will shoot two. He's 0 of 3 from the foul line for Geibel tonight. First of two here, good for Jeffrey Johnson. He enters double figures with 10. Geibel makes it a one-possession game again, down 51-48.
Well, if you're going to make them, now's the time. You missed them for the first 3 quarters, but now you need to make them down the stretch.
Jadis Kennedy back onto the bench. Second of 2 free throws, good for Jeffrey Johnson. Geibel back to within 2, down 51-49. Kennedy getting a sip of water. I think he's going to try to go. Aaron Zolbrod gives him a little pat on the back. There's Daniel Batch pulling it back to Mangus. Eden a 2-point lead with the basketball. Now 2:33 left in regulation. Aiken back to Mangus. They're in no hurry on this possession, leading right now. Tony working right to left as we describe it. That'll touch into Merrick. Back out. Mangus again between the circles. Mangus now far elbow. Back out to Batch. No hurry to shoot. Batch between defenders. They're going to say he got fouled before the shot.
That's going to be on White, I think.
6 team fouls, so 1 away from the 1-and-1.
Oh, they called that on Curry. So that's going to be 33, so that's his second foul.
Geibel doesn't mind that. Mangus will trigger it in. Again into the backcourt. Curry going back. Able to spin off him. There was David Ryan. Ryan feeling the pressure, and Curry comes away with a loose ball. Forward to Johnson, looking to tie it, leans and gets fouled. What defense there from the Gators.
Well, give credit to Curry. He came off the bench and stepped in whenever Kennedy went out. Did a great job on defense there, forced a turnover, and then got the ball to Johnson, who took it strong to the hoop. And he got fouled by Mangus, so now here comes Johnson, and that's the 4th foul on Mangus.
First of 2 free throws, no good, Jeffrey Johnson. Come on. You got to hit him here, Tone.
Well, hit this one. Make it a 1-point game. You still got a lot of time.
2:07 left in regulation.
And it looks like that's a good sign, though. It looks like Kennedy has a cramp over there.
Johnson missed both free throws, and Mangus pulled down the rebound.
Yeah, so I would not be surprised to see Kennedy back in quickly.
And if he's going to go, he will go. Mangus back to Batch, fronted there by Johnson, back to Mangus. Mangus double team, goes cross court far side, almost stole a nice little keep alive there from Ryan. Sent it down low, America miss. Big rebound, Grady in traffic, and a jump ball.
Woo!
The Gators, though, do get it off the arrow.
Well, they get it off the arrow, but wow. Looked like he was getting grabbed from behind. But regardless.
Coach Porter just said to Kennedy, can you go? And Kennedy goes over to the scorer's table.
Oh, most definitely. He's ready to go. Don't worry, he'll work that cramp out in no time.
He'll come in for Braden Curry. 1:44 to go. Kennedy now discussing a little strategy here with Johnson. Kennedy got a little touch, and Kennedy still limping.
Still limping, but tell you what, I'll take him at 90%.
I agree. He's a player out there for the Gators. 90 seconds to play. Geibel down 2. Johnson on the far side. Fronted there by Aiken. Johnson, it's go time. Pulls it off. No one off to the left, but regaining, coming free and tying the game. Tre'Vell Clayton. I thought for a moment that ball was going to go to an empty corner tone, but Clayton found it coming back. A big drive on the baseline near side. Batch giving Christian the lead back at 53-51 with 1:06 to play.
Yeah, I did too. I thought that somebody was going to steal that ball for Eden Christian, but Geibel fortunate enough to pull it in. Now we're under a minute to go.
Johnson up top. Gators going to keep it going. Grady sets the screen. Johnson to White on the wing. White back to Johnson between the circles.
Ooh.
And now White again. White's going to stay with it. Come baseline, off balance shot. Came up short, got his own rebound. Fight back inside and gets the basket to go in one. We're tied at 53 with a Gators free throw upcoming with 42.8 left on the clock.
And that's going to be a foul on Batch. That's going to be his 4th. And that's going to send Trayvon White to the line. White really struggled in that first quarter shooting foul shots. And he's got a chance right here to put his team up. 42.8 seconds to go.
I think if you get a made free throw here from White, you'll see a Geibel timeout. White's free throw on the way, and he banked it in. Timeout Gators, 42.8 left, up 54-53. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose, 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at Delarose.
Every time we head to Geibel, it seems like we get a game that comes right down to the wire, and tonight no exception. Geibel a 54-53 lead over Eden Christian, 42.8 left here in the fourth quarter.
Well, let me give another head count here on these foul shots.
It'll be Eden Christian basketball after the Gators getting the and one and a made free throw on that last possession.
9 for 25 from the line for Geibel.
They lead by 1.
Could be 10.
Ryan Merrick sends it into Mangus. Mangus will bring it across and actually send it off on the near side, and then they'll kick it back in the corner over to David Ryan, who comes baseline far side back to Mangus. Timeout Eden Christian with 32.7 left. Or do we have a foul? No, we have a foul called underneath. That might be the 5th on Grady.
I think it is. That's interesting. Let's see what happens here.
Didn't seem like there was a lot going on as far as contacts. It will be a 1-and-1. Brady's still out there, and now they're going to buzz him out, saying that was 5, or are they?
Yeah, no. It's going to be 5. The scorer's over there saying it's 5. So Grady's got to be out.
He's still standing down on the blocks.
Well, I think they're trying to get a verification here.
Jake Miller,
that is going to be 5,
fouls.
yep. So with 32.7 to go.
It's a big foul out.
Sure is.
Grady came in averaging 9 points, 12.5 rebounds a game. Fouls out with 32.7 left after only scoring 5 here tonight.
Yeah, and I thought that the coach had gotten timeout beforehand.
I did too.
Yeah, but they called a foul on Grady, so Grady's upset with himself. Curry's going to check back in.
Curry has played well and has shown a ton of hustle tonight on the Geibel side when he's gotten out there.
Yes, he has.
Giving the Gators some good minutes.
Well,
we'll have Ryan at the foul line, who's at 4 of 5 free throws, all back in the second quarter. Hasn't gone into the student section yet. He misses on the front end of a 1-and-1. Rebound comes free, and Geibel lost it out of bounds. Same team battling over there. You had Clayton and White.
Well, you got the student section there. They should be calling it out. Same team, so you can get that rebound.
Mangus will trigger it in. Into the corner, touch from Aiken. Back to Mangus up top. 25 seconds left. Eden down a point. Mangus on the wing, lost the dribble, keeps it alive. Ryan was stripped, picked up by Trayvon White. White now trying to work out of his own zone. And I think the Gators bench, do they call a timeout?
No, I think they got a foul. They got a foul on Merrick.
Geibel wants an intentional foul.
It wasn't intentional. I mean, he was definitely going for the steal.
That's the 4th on Merrick. And he fouled Trayvon White. White was just 1 of 6 at the foul line in the opening quarter and made his last free throw.
Yep.
2 big ones here. First of 2, no good for White. Geibel still up a point at 54-53.
Yeah, I was going to say you got to get Clayton and Kennedy underneath. You got to try to get an offensive rebound. If he would miss it, he gets a rebound here, swing it back out, and run some more time.
White now is 2nd of 2. Up on the way, and again, no good. Offensive rebound brought down and put back up and in by Tre'Vell Clayton. Lead at 3. Eden needs to hurry. 3 to tie it. Mangus across. Mangus fires down low. They're looking for the quick 2, and they'll get it here from David Ryan, and a quick timeout with 3.5 left. It's a 1-point game at 56-55. 3.5 left. We'll take a quick 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
When it's time to service your vehicle, don't procrastinate. Call Rose Motors at 724-583-1944. Rose Motors, specializing in computer diagnostics, engine and electrical problems, brake service, electronic tune-ups, air conditioning repair, exhaust work, state inspection, and more. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? See Rose Motors, where financing is also available. Rose Motors, 42 River Avenue in Masontown. Serving the area for 3 generations. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, Saturday by appointment.
You get it in, you're going to get
56-55. Geibel leading Eden Christian coming out of the timeout. It's going to be Geibel's basketball, Tony. So you know Eden Christian's going to foul. Who do you give the basketball to?
I say Kennedy. We were talking about it at the break. I would try to get it to Kennedy. Right now, it seems like everybody else is struggling from the foul line. But Kennedy probably has the smoothest shot out of everybody.
Has not scored here in the second half, battling some cramps. Has not seemed to be 100% right now for the Gators. All he has to do is make a couple free throws. If he gets fouled, he'll get 2 on the other side. You'd have to expect Eden to foul here rather quickly. Don't want to turn it over, though, if you're the Gators.
No, that's it. I mean, if you get the ball in, Eden Christian has to foul.
White's going to be the trigger man. Watch for Kennedy off the break. He'll come here on the near side, and White needs to hurry. He's going to call a timeout.
You know what, White, the mistake there was White could run the baseline, and he didn't because that was after a made basket. He had the chance to run the baseline there and probably create some motion and get somebody open, but he didn't do it.
We'll take another quick 30, 56-55. Gators back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We're back here at Geibel High School, 56-55. The Geibel Gators leading Eden Christian. It'll be Geibel's basketball. They just burned a timeout.
Yeah,
they'll have another opportunity to trigger it in.
Yeah, they have no timeouts left. Eden Christian with 2. 3.5 seconds to go, and we said we were going to see a good one, and
here we go.
They have not disappointed.
So White will trigger it in. They're telling him he can run the baseline.
No, he still can run the baseline. It's after a made basket.
They'll trigger it in here. They'll send it into Johnson, who gets fouled here on the near side with 2.1 left. So you're going to have Eden Christian's going to have to go the length of the floor.
Yeah, that foul was on Ryan. That's only his second. But more importantly, going to send Jeffrey Johnson to the line. Johnson needs to knock down one just to get that confidence.
2 of 7 tonight is Johnson.
Well, none more important than this one.
Geibel leads by 1. First of 2 here from Johnson on the way in. Good. Big free throw from Jeffrey Johnson. This one even bigger, Tone.
Yes, it is.
Protect the tie if they hit a three, and they're bringing in all the three-point specialists right now for Eden Christian.
Yes, they are. Batch checking in, Aiken checking in.
Even if you miss, though, Eden's in a tough spot.
I'll tell you what, they're in a tough spot. Right? I mean, at this point, you have Clayton on the backside. If they miss and they get the rebound, put the big fella in their face and let's go.
Here we go. Johnson's second free throw, no good. Rebound, offensive board, brought down White. That'll do it. Gators hang on, 57-55 in the semis for the first time since '97. What a game tonight, Tone.
Great game. Great game. Everything you'd expect out of a high school playoff game.
It'll be Geibel and Bishop Canavan coming up on Saturday. We're back to tell you all about it on our post-game show brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Chris Parker Jr., what's going on for February at Autoland Hyundai?
We're happy to announce that brand new 2022 Hyundais are arriving daily, and almost 100 vehicles are scheduled to arrive in the next few weeks. So we invite everyone to come down, reserve your new Hyundai, get a great no-hassle deal, and we'll tag it sold for you.
February is Car Show Month. What kind of incentives is Hyundai offering?
Almost all new Hyundais have HMF bonus cash of at least $500, such as the brand new 2022 Ioniq Hybrid with $1,500 HMF bonus cash or 0% APR financing up to 60 months.
Plus Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection, and 3-year free complimentary maintenance. Visit their website, AutolandHyundai.com. Stop by their convenient location, 25 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, or call 724-437-9999.
You'll always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Casey's Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home-cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. They are conveniently located at 1310 Pittsburgh Road in Uniontown. But look for Uniontown Detailing in February at a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
COVID-19 vaccines teach your body to recognize and fight the COVID virus. You can get this vaccine at no cost to you at Peachin Pharmacy in Connellsville. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. Help protect yourself and your loved ones. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy. Visit PeachinPharmacy.com for more information.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf. That's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County.
Back here at Geibel High School on our postgame show brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. And Tony, we mentioned the Geibel Gators in the WPIL semifinals for the first time since 1997. I have to thank our buddy Rob Ramsey for the information. In 97, they lost to Sewickley in the semifinals, beat Duquesne on a bank 3 in the quarterfinals to get to that semifinal round. And that Sewickley Academy team went on to win the state.
Well, tell you what, they're going to have a tough task if they're going to end up seeing Bishop Canevin on Saturday.
Correct,
so.
but at least they're there. And
This is true.
And they're also in the state playoffs for the second time over the last 3 years.
Exactly right. And a big win and just a fantastic high school basketball game. You got to give them credit. They were not very good at the foul line tonight. But I'll tell you what, White with a huge offensive rebound there to seal the deal for Geibel's win.
Did just enough to get the victory, and in the whole grand scheme of things, I don't think too many people after a win are going to go back and look at all the free throw shooting, even though they should probably practice before that game on Saturday.
Yeah.
But the end result is they're moving on.
That's exactly right. And great win for them, and congratulations to Coach Porter and the Geibel Gators.
And you have our final stats brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
All right, for the Geibel Gators tonight, they were led by Travell Clayton, who had 17 points. He was followed by Jadis Kennedy, who had all 13 of his points in the first half. Jeffrey Johnson with 12 points. Trayvon White with 10, and Caden Grady with 5 before he fouled out. 16 in the first, 11 in the second, 13 in the third, and 17 in the fourth for their total of 57. As we said, they were 10 for 29 from the foul line here tonight, and they had 3 made threes all in the first half. 2 by Kennedy and 1 by Jeffrey Johnson. For Eden Christian, they were led tonight by David Ryan, who had 16 points, 12 of those coming in the second quarter. He was followed by Ryan Merrick, who had 12, and Malachi Mangus also had 12. 11 points from Daniel Batch, 10 of those coming in the fourth quarter. 2 points from Sean Aiken and 2 points from Luke Gronbeck. They scored 5 in the first, 23 in the second, 13 in the third, and 14 in the fourth for their total of 55. 4 made threes, 2 by Mangus and 2 by David Ryan, and they were 6 for 13 from the foul line here tonight. So the Geibel Gators pulling out a huge victory and satisfying this hometown crowd, no doubt, Brian.
We'll have that Geibel game for you against Bishop Canevin coming up on Saturday. Tomorrow, it's Laurel Highlands taking on Hampton. That'll do it for you folks on the video side. We're back with one final segment right after this on the radio side. Your final score tonight, 57-55. Geibel defeats Eden Christian.